But first, let's start with a Beat the Teach challenge with Mr. Miller. All right, everybody, this is Beat the Teach challenge with Mr. Miller. Today's Beat the Teach challenge is how many curl ups can you do in 1 minute? So a curl up, we're going to get in good curl up position with our feet together, knees together, and some space in between our bottom and our feet. Then we're going to lay flat on our back, head touching the ground. We're going to cross our arms just like this, fold your arms. And then a curl up is where you bring your elbows up to your knees and all the way back down. Okay, that would be one curl up. So we're going to see how many curl ups you can do in 1 minute. All right, I'm going to count you down. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, I was able to do 30 curl ups in 1 minute. Mr. Miller needs to work on his core strength a little bit. How'd you do? Did you beat the teach? Great job. If not, come back and try it again. Thanks for playing. Hi, everybody. In today's lesson, we're focusing on the skill of the underhand roll. So this is another oppositional skill. In previous lessons, we've talked about oppositional skills being the underhand toss and the overhand throw. And an oppositional skill means that you're using both sides of your body. So when you underhand roll, again, you want to use your dominant hand. It's the hand that you usually write with, the hand that you usually throw best with, the hand that you usually eat with or you hold utensils with. That's your dominant hand. And you want to step with the opposite leg forward towards your target that you're trying to knock down or aim at. So I'm right-handed. I step with my left foot. If you're left-handed, you step with your right foot. Okay, so for me, being right-handed, I step with my left foot towards my target. That's the first step. Okay. Next, I want to make sure my eyes are focused on the target, and I'm going to bend at my hips to kind of lower my body down to the ground. From there, I want to make sure that my arm goes back, okay, in that tick-tock motion, just like underhand tossing. So I'm going to tick and tock, and make sure when you tock and your arm comes forward, you want to make sure that it's in line with or right towards the target that you're aiming at. So tick-tock, and you're going to release the ball to your target. That's the underhand roll. We interrupt this lesson for another Beat the Teach challenge. Hi, everybody. It's Mr. Miller back again for another Beat the Teach challenge with Mr. Miller. And today we are going to do a challenge that's very similar to ones we've done in the past with the overhand throw or the underhand toss. But we're going to do it with the underhand roll that we've been practicing. So what you're going to need for this activity, you're going to need a softer ball. If you're doing this indoors, a sock ball works good. So if you take two socks, roll them into each other, that makes a nice soft ball for indoors. You're also going to need two targets. So either two empty water bottles, two toilet paper rolls or paper towel rolls, or cones, anything you can come up with as targets. For the setup, then you're going to take those targets and you're going to set them up right across from each other and about 10 little steps apart. Once you do that, we're going to take your sock ball with you, your softer ball, and you start on one end of your playing area next to your target, And we're going to be working on the underhand roll now. So we're stepping with the opposite foot, slight bend at our waist, tick-tock with our rolling arm, and then we're going to release towards our target, trying to knock down our pin. From there, we're going to be running back and forth. If we knock it down, we set it up in the same spot, get our sock ball roll back in the opposite direction, and we're going to see how many targets we can knock down in 2 minutes. So if you need to, hit pause right now so you can gather those things, set up your playing space, and when you get everything set up, come back and hit unpause. All right, now that we have everything set up, I'll count us down and get us started. So 2 minutes on the clock. We'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, how'd everybody do? I was able to get 12 targets down in my 2-minute rolling challenge. So how'd you do? Did you beat the teach? Did you beat Mr. Miller? It's okay if you didn't. Just rewind it, try it again, or practice a little bit. Come back and challenge me again. We'll see you next time. Great job, everybody. All right, everybody, this game is called sock bowling. So for this game, what you'll need is your sock ball or your Nerf ball at home. And you're going to need, hopefully you can get at least 3 targets. So either empty water bottles, toilet paper rolls, or paper towel tubes. Hopefully at least 3 targets. If you can get 6, that's even better. If you can get 10, that's perfect. Because in bowling, there are 10 pins, but that is a lot of water bottles. If you're very hydrated at home and you have those, awesome. I have 6 available to me right now, so I'm going to demonstrate that. I'll show you the setup for this game. So when you set up your water bottles, I have 3 in the back, then in the next row, 2, and then 1 on the top. They kind of make a nice little triangle, and they should be spaced out just a little bit apart, so they're not so close together. Then, after you have that set up, you're going to need to determine the distance that you're going to roll from. So this kind of depends on how much space you have available to you. If you're doing it outside, you have endless space. You can challenge yourself to whatever distance you want. Inside, if you're a little limited, just make sure you're at least 10 big steps apart. That should give you a fair challenge for this activity. But in bowling, for demonstration, I'm going to use this line here so I can be sure that you see me. there is a foul line. So that is the line that you have to stand behind when you roll it. You can do an approach. An approach means that you're stepping towards the line and getting ready to roll. But when you come up to that line that you've determined at home is your foul line, make sure that you're stepping with your opposite foot and you're preparing to roll that ball, just as we demonstrated in the last activity. So in bowling, and I'll be providing you with a scoring sheet at home, you get 2 rolls to try to knock down your pins. Unless, of course, if you knock down all the pins on the first roll, that's called a strike, then you don't need that second roll. So what I want you to do at home and with your scoring sheet is to go through 10 frames of bowling. And a frame means you've done your 2 turns to knock down your pins. You can do this with any member of your family, or you can do this by yourself. It's up to you. But what I want you to do, and I'll demonstrate this, is work on your rolling. And when you roll and knock down your pins, after your first roll, you write in the number of pins that you knocked down. Then you clear the pins away that you knocked down, and then you take your second roll, and then try to roll and knock down the remaining pins. Now, if you knock down all the pins in the first roll, that's a strike. That's what I got right there. So I would write down 6. So for me, I had 6 pins. I would write down 6. If you have 10 pins at home, you would write down 10. If you only have 3 pins at home, you write down 3. Then when you move to the second frame or your second turn, make sure you set your targets back up in the way that they were. I have 3 in the back again, 2 in the middle, 1 on the top. Now I'm in my second frame. I go through and I roll my ball. Okay, I knocked down 3 pins. So in the second frame, under the first roll, I would write down 3. I would sweep the pins away that I knocked down. I have 3 that are left, so I roll and try and knock those 3 pins down. Now I write down 3 in my second roll. So I would add those up, frame by frame, and at the end, you'll see the total number of pins that you knocked down. So your assignment for this lesson is to play this game at home, record your score in the sheet that I'll provide you at home, take a picture of it, upload it to Seesaw, and send it to me so I can see how you did at home. Good luck and have fun.
Still looking for more physical education and activity? Go back into Seesaw, click on the link to Mr. Miller's PE page. There you will find many different activities that you can choose from. For example, your distance PE warm-ups, all of those options will be there for you. You can select any one of those and play any one of those at any time. There is a PE projects tab that will take you to how-to videos that I've created. For example, how to spin a ball on your finger, or how to juggle. And there's another tab for Beat the Teach. All of the Beat the Teach challenges will be found here. You can select any one of those at any time, see if you can beat Mr. Miller in any one of those challenges. And another one is the Family Game Night. This is another tab where there will be games that the whole family can play together and stay active and have fun.